Most people buy REITs for one reason. The dividend looks good, but here's the problem. A high dividend doesn't tell you if the REIT is healthy. It doesn't tell you if the company can afford that dividend. And it definitely doesn't tell you whether you're about to buy a high quality real estate business or a ticking time bomb. If you want to invest in REITs intelligently, you need to know how to analyze them. Today, I'm breaking down a simple step-by-step REIT analysis framework that you can apply to any REIT in under 20 minutes. No spreadsheets, no PhD in real estate finance, just a practical checklist that shows you, is this REIT strong, stable, and compounding? Or should you run away? Let's get started. Hello fellow compounders, I'm Dennis Chen, CFA charter holder, former hedge fund manager, and chief compounder at the Always Be Compounding Club. Before we start, here's a quick disclaimer. Before we dive in, a quick but important disclaimer. This video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. It is not financial, investment, or tax advice. All takers and examples are hypothetical and for illustration only. I'm sharing general information and examples, not recommendations tailored to you. Investing involves risk, including possible loss of principal. Past performance does not guarantee future results. Your situation is unique. Always do your own research and consult a qualified financial professional before making any decisions. Now, let's dig into the good stuff. Coffee with the Chief Compounder. If you enjoy videos like this one and want deeper discussions, join me inside the Always Be Compounding Club for Coffee with the Chief Compounder, where members bring questions about REITs, ETFs, anything, and I walk through it with you live. You can join free at members.alwaysbecompounding.club. Use the code ONEFREECOFFEE to try your first month for free. All right, let's analyze a REIT. Step 1, know the REIT type. Before numbers, before dividends, before anything, you must know what kind of REIT you're looking at. There are 3 categories of REITs. Equity REITs, they own buildings, apartments, industrial warehouses, data centers, self-storage, retail, etc. They are generally the most stable. Number 2, mortgage REITs. They own mortgages. They use leverage. They're rate sensitive or interest rate sensitive. They're volatile. Most beginners should avoid these unless they truly understand the risk. And number 3, specialty REITs. They have unique assets like cell phone towers, farmland, timber, cold storage, student housing, etc. Each type requires different analysis, but the core metrics I'm about to teach you apply to all of them. Let's start with the most important one. Step 2, start with FFO, funds from operations. FFO, or funds from operations, is the foundation of REIT analysis. Forget PE ratios. They're meaningless for REITs because real estate depreciation distorts earnings. FFO equals earnings plus depreciation minus gains on property sales. Why it matters? Depreciation isn't real cash cost. Gains on property sales aren't recurring income. So FFO shows the true operating performance of a property. If FFO is flat or falling over time, that's a red flag. If FFO is growing consistently, that's a sign of strong management and strong properties. Step 3, check AFFO, adjusted funds from operations. AFFO is the gold standard for assessing dividend safety. AFFO subtracts maintenance and capital expenditures, the money required to keep buildings running. Think of it as how much cash does this REIT actually have available to pay dividends. The key metric here is the AFFO payout ratio. AFFO payout ratio is equal to the dividend divided by AFFO. Here are some guidelines. Remember, this is for education only, okay? But here general guidelines. An AFFO payout ratio that is under 80% implies a healthy property. If the AFFO payout ratio is between 80 to 95%, it's acceptable, but you have to watch it carefully. If the payout ratio is over 95%, the dividend is at risk. If a REIT pays more than it earns, that dividend is not sustainable. But numbers don't tell the whole story. Next, we analyze the underlying real estate. Step 4. Analyze the properties themselves. This is where great REITs separate from the weak ones. 4 property metrics that matter most. Number 1, occupancy rates. High occupancy rate equals high demand. Declining occupancy, that's a warning sign. Number 2, same store net operating income growth, NOI growth. This shows how existing properties are performing. You want steady, predictable growth. Number 3, lease terms and expirations. Long leases equals more stability. Short leases means that you have more exposure to market conditions. This varies by sector. Apartments usually have 1-year leases. Industrial properties usually have leases that are 5 to 10 years. Office leases usually run 7 to 15 years, and data centers are 10 to 20 years. Number 4, tenant quality. Having investment-grade tenants means that you have reliable rent. Small distressed tenants usually means that the rents are going to be volatile. But even high-quality properties can collapse under bad debt management. Let's review the next step. Step 5, evaluate the REIT's debt and balance sheet. Real estate is a leveraged business, which means leverage can accelerate returns or destroy the REIT. Here's what to check. Number 1, debt to EBITDA. The lower the debt to EBITDA ratio, the safer it is. Number 2, weighted average interest rate. Higher interest rates equals more stress. Number 3, debt maturity schedule. This is huge. If too much debt matures in the next 1 to 3 years, especially during high rate environments, refinancing risk is real. Number 4, fixed versus variable rate debt. More fixed rate debt equals more stability. Now that we understand the cash flow and the debt, it's time to figure out if the REIT is cheap or expensive. Step 6, compare price to NAV, net asset value. NAV is what the properties are worth today minus the liabilities. It's essentially the REIT's fair value. Here are some price to NAV guidelines. If you're buying at a price to NAV under 0.9, you're probably getting a good bargain. If it's somewhere between 0.9 and 1.1, you're probably buying it at fair value. If you're paying over 1.1 times NAV, you're probably paying a premium pricing. But remember, great REITs usually deserve premiums. Weak REITs selling at discounts might be cheap, or they might be cheap for a reason. And speaking of reasons, nothing signals REIT health more directly than this next metric. Step 7, look at cap rates and the spread. Cap rates equals NOI divided by property value. That's net operating income divided by the property value. Cap rates tells you how profitable the underlying properties are, how the market values the real estate, but the real power is comparing acquisition cap rate versus cost of capital. This is the REIT spread. If a REIT can buy buildings at 6% cap rate but only pays 4% to borrow money, that's a positive spread. That means growth. If borrowing costs rise above cap rates, growth stops and dilution starts. This is how rising interest rates destroy poorly managed REITs. And now, the final step. Is the management actually capable of navigating all this? Step 8, evaluate the management team. A REIT is only as good as the operators behind it. Here's what to look for. 1, track record. Has the management grown FFO consistently, or have they diluted shareholders? Number 2, capital allocation. Do they buy high quality properties or chase yield? 3, communication. Clear, transparent investor presentations are usually signs of a strong team. 4, insider ownership. If management owns meaningful shares, their incentives align with yours. Now let's pull all this together in a simple checklist. Segment 9, the 8-point REIT analysis checklist. Use this as your quick review toolkit. 1, identify the REIT type. 2, FFO trend. 3, AFFO and payout ratio. 4, occupancy and same-store NOI. 5, debt levels and maturity schedule. 6, price to NAV. 7, cap rates and spread. And 8, management quality. If a REIT checks most of these boxes, you're looking at a potentially strong long-term compounder. Final thoughts. Analyzing REITs isn't complicated. You just need the right framework. Anyone can look at a dividend yield, but real investors look deeper. Cash flow quality, property strength, balance sheet discipline, and intelligent management. Do that consistently and you can separate the great REITs from the dangerous ones in under 20 minutes. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who wants to invest smarter. And remember, the secret to building wealth isn't guessing right, it's to always be compounding. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Take care.